Why are the GOP trying to repeal the $35 insulin price cap? Some years ago, during the Obama administration, Mitch McConnell was a very powerful man in Congress. He was a Republican, and he decided, and said out loud, that the primary legislative goal of his party would be to obstruct whatever policies Obama and the Democrats put forward. This has continued to be their policy ever since. Anything Democrats accomplish or try to accomplish, it is the mission of Republicans to frustrate, stymie, and disrupt, whenever possible. So pharmaceutical companies can ensure only the rich diabetics survive, because money is more important than lives to them. They are financially incentivized to do so by the people who they're in bed with. They get kickbacks. Also, the people that are most affected and have seen the horrors of the healthcare system don't vote for them anyhow. Same reason Trump removed the requirements for trains carrying hazardous materials to have ESG brakes. Money. They don't work for the people. Republicans work for industry, friends, and self-enrichment at the expense of all Americans. You know this is true by what they support and what they block with their votes in the House and the Senate. So when people tell you all politicians are the same, what they are really saying is, don't look too closely at what we are doing. Because they are corrupt. They get all kinds of benefits and kickbacks from companies that want to maintain the status quo. Some likely have shares of these companies as part of their family wealth, so they stand to directly lose money if they don't get their way. It's very simple. They want the working class to teeter on the edge of living paycheck to paycheck for all eternity. If you're too busy making ends meet, then for them you shouldn't have the time to come to your senses and eject them from politics. Dollar. Lobbying. Probably. Actually, I think it's ironic and very sad how many Americans who rely on insulin to live, or any other healthcare provided to them, continue to vote for people who want to take that all away from them. Because they're assholes, go figure. Some politicians have voted against price limitations on insulin, and there can be various reasons for their opposition. Some of the reasons include ideological opposition to government intervention in the market. Some politicians believe that the government should not interfere in the pricing of goods and services. They argue that market forces should determine prices, and that the government's role should be limited to ensuring fair competition. Concerns about the impact on innovation. Some politicians believe that price limitations on insulin could stifle innovation in the pharmaceutical industry. They argue that pharmaceutical companies need to be able to recoup the high costs of research and development, and that price limitations could reduce the financial incentives for them to invest in developing new treatments. Ties to the pharmaceutical industry. Some politicians may have financial or other ties to the pharmaceutical industry, which could influence their stance on price limitations on insulin. Political pressures. Some politicians may be under pressure from interest groups, lobbyists, or constituents who oppose price limitations on insulin. It is worth noting that many politicians in the United States have supported price limitations on insulin, and that there has been increasing public pressure to address the high cost of insulin. The issue is complex and multifaceted, and different people can have varying perspectives on the best way to address it. Short answer: capitalism. Not much profit in $35 compared to $1,100. I mean, if you were a drug maker, what would you rather charge people? $35 or $235? Wouldn't you want more money? And the hilarious part is that these sick bastards have no choice. Because they need the meds. Ha 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 ha. Because they are corporate shills who work only for the rich to make them richer. It is shameless corruption lobbying in action. Because if U.S. citizens are healthy and not desperate, GOP wouldn't win any elections. The party line is that a price cap will disincentivize future innovation. IDK enough about insulin to know if that's a valid worry. Novo Nordisk, Sanofi and Eli Lilly donate money to Republicans to see that they repeal the $35 cap. Because it helps poor people live longer.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.